All right, hi guys. Welcome to the second ever uploaded YouTube video on this channel. Now, this is the second recorded video. As you know, I still don't think, okay, this is all gonna make sense when you watch the third uploaded video on this channel. Like, it's so funny, but this is the second video that I'm ever recording on this channel, and this is the second one that I plan on uploading. But if you go to my very first video, you'll know that I unveiled my entire Michael Kors collection. And when I say mine, I don't just mean mine. I mean mine, my mom. She's the main one that has all the myriad, insane amount of MK shit that you can buy. Like, she almost has one of everything on the planet of his, and we're still collecting to this day. Just to put that out there. And there are things like in there that I covered, like people that I don't even talk to anymore, grandmas, uncles, me, myself, my mom, like my sisters. Everything in that video was covered about Michael Kors. So that was the fun side of Michael Kors. That was me unveiling every last thing that I own or that I have purchased or that my mom and my sisters have purchased over the past 2-year period when it comes to Michael Kors. Now, let's get into this. So today, I'm actually wearing the same gold watch that I showed and the black and camel brown scarf. Just a nice little classic look, little refreshing look of mine that you can find on my Instagram as well. But let's just get into it. So, just to give you a little bit of history, I want to say about 4 months ago, August 12th was my exact hire date. I began working for Michael Kors part-time. And at the time, I put in my application through what's called a referral from a girl that I used to know that works there. I no longer, talk to her as much now because, there was a rickety history, not between us, but between me and Michael Kors and all the other things. So we're going to get into all that in this video today. But just to get it out there, a beautiful girl to the name of Melanie actually got me into working with Michael Kors because I used to be an avid, regular of hers, or what you call clients. The girl that I would go to every single day, her name was Melanie. So over the past 2 years, Christmas of 2019, or now Christmas Day 2021 is when I'm filming this. Christmas of 2019 was the first ever purchase of Michael Kors that I had made myself, and it was through her, and every subsequent time was through her as well. So one time, and keep in mind at the time I was also working at Denny's. Now there's going to be a crazy Denny's stories a little bit after this too, but we'll get into that later. But just to get back on track, I was working at Denny's, and they were in the midst of promoting me to what you'd call a PIC, which is just some bullshit, just a stupid name for a boss. It's just a dumb name. So we were in the process of putting me in as a PIC. And I was still a full-time server. Now keep in mind, Denny's is a joke. It's a complete fucking joke, and there's such a crazy history there too. And we're gonna do that, and that's another video for another day, okay? We'll get there soon, girl. Stay tuned. But anyway, so one day I was just complaining, and I was like, oh my God, Mel, it's such a shame that you have to be 18 to work for designer, because a few months back, I had tried to work for Saint Laurent, and they said, well, you're not 18 years old. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's unfortunate. So I'm over here thinking, Michael Kors, affordable luxury would still technically be a designer brand. So I'm thinking I might not even bother. Why would I even bother? Why would I bother? I know I'm gonna have to be 18, and I'm only 17 at the time. So the 4 months ago, exactly, she gave me the application. I spoke with her boss. His name's Sean. He's really cool. He actually ended up giving me an application. He said that there's laws with minors and yada 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 yada. So when it really came down to it, it was crunch time. When they gave me the application, when Michael Kors said jump, I said how high. I was just really thrilled. I was really humbled. I was excited for the opportunity, as I'm sure anyone could imagine. Biggest regret of my life, okay? Of my life. So let's just get that out of the way. I was really excited at the time. They painted it to be a beautiful picture. I love the brand. Had been shopping there for 2 years, right? Damn near 2 years. Collecting there. That was the legitimate store that I went to. I worked at an outlet here in Las Vegas. That is the exact store that I worked at. So anyway, my official start date was August 12th. And by start date, I mean my hiring date. That's when I did all my training and all that stuff, and we did the interview. Now, let's just get into it. The interview process was a complete joke, okay? I don't owe Michael Kors shit. I still love the brand, and I still walk into that store too, and it's just thick, like the animosity that I bring, and I'm the one bringing it, okay? They think that I'm all friendly and bubbly and happy-go-lucky with them. No, bitch, I'm not friendly with most of the people in there. Now, I know a lot of my Michael Kors friends are gonna be watching this because they have me on social media. Hi, girly, I love you. Okay, in particular, my bitch Melanie, my bitch Ambrielle, all of you guys, I love you. Now, the people that I'm not gonna get into the people that we don't like because I'm not trying to have that issue here. I'm not trying to get sued, but just know that I do not fuck with most of the people in there. So anyway, the interview process was a complete joke. Okay, let's just clear the air on that. It was a complete joke. I literally came in there, I was dressed bougie and shit. I had my Ben Hogan, what is it called, collared shirt. I had my polo on with some really nice bougie like Van Heusen slacks. I had my nice driver like loafer shoes on. I look good, bitch. I look good. Like, when do I not? But I mean, like, I looked good. So the boss comes out, the one that interviewed me, again, like I said, not gonna say names, but she comes out and she's like, hi, are you Frankie, yada 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 yada, nice to meet you. We're gonna be doing our interview out here in the lobby. Like people are literally like concurrently shopping, and we literally stood in the center of the store, and she gave me this interview. Okay, so now that we've established, I should have known right there, like that's a red flag. Like, even Denny's, okay, and we're gonna cover Denny's in another video, but even Denny's did not interview me, okay, in the center of the store. Can't relate. So I was interviewed in the center of the store, and lo and behold, no surprise, okay, no surprise, I got the job. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, oh, I didn't expect I was gonna get the job. It's Michael Kors, okay? I didn't know that at the time. Like I said, I was very lucky, I was very grateful, I was very happy, I was very humble. But now looking back, it's like, they'd hire a dog. They'd hire a dog if they were willing to bend to their whim in their bullshit, okay? So, flash forward for I want to say about the first month and a half, I'll give it 2 months. For the first 2 months, I was ecstatic, okay? And I was still at Denny's, so I was still making, good amount of money on the side, whatever, still staying afloat, just bought a car, all this other stuff, right? So things were doing okay with me, and I was so thrilled, and I still had that, like when you take a new step in your life, you still have that like happy-go-lucky, like, oh, I'm so happy, I'm ecstatic about it. Like, I was still at that point for 2 months, right? And in that first 2 months, okay, in my first month of selling, I was the 4th highest seller in the entire store. 4th. Second month, 3rd, and 3rd and 4th month, in the top 3, like it fluctuated, okay? So I came in there, took the place by storm. I was doing like 5 to 8 grand on a good day and like 3 to 4 on a bad day. Like that was just the thing that I did. I sold. And I had a passion for it. I met a lot of really great people, even got to meet one of the board of directors for the MGM hotel. Like, it was a really good experience, and I'm not mad at Michael Kors. It's just the bad situation of my employers. And like, just like the shitty, like, just the way that they ran it. So flash forward, like we're at the 2 month point now, and I'm still, I'm kind of like slowing down a little bit. Keep in mind, now at this point, in the 2 month point, I had quit my job at Denny's. Like, I had already gone from 5 days at Denny's to now 3 because I was trying to give more days to Michael Kors. And then Michael Kors had, presented us, or me, like they just painted like a good picture, bonus pay, good, flexible hours, good fun work environment, blah, 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 bullshit, okay? That's just what it was. That's all they spewed at me, right? So, the whole time, then I met this one girl, her name's Valerie, okay? But she's my bitch. If you're watching this, girl, leave me a comment, okay? Because I miss you. We got a link. How's the baby, girl? That's the baby. My bitch, Valerie, she, at the time, we were not as close as we were now. Like toward the leaving, she actually left at around the same time we both quit because of the same bullshit, so we'll get into that. But she had left about a week prior, and then I ended up leaving like right behind her. So, but at around that 2.5 month way mark, she literally was like, we were talking, and she's like, it's not really like all that, like, It's not really like all that. Like, Frankie, you're gonna lose all that happiness you thought you once had. And I'm literally like, no, bitch, you're playing. I'm happy. I'm selling. I'm doing my little thing. I'm doing me, whatever. I'm feeling real good right now. Just whatever, right? I'm selling. I'm having fun. It's Michael Kors. Lighten up a little bit. Like, that's what I'm thinking about her. Boy, was she right. Because after that moment, I don't know if she manifested it for me, but it was a decline. Okay. I don't give a shit what I am or am not allowed to disclose. I made $13.50 starting out there. Okay. On average at Denny's, I was making no less than $25 an hour. Okay, at Denny's, you make roughly about $9.75, $10 an hour in that area as a server, but you don't make money hourly at Denny's. You make it through the tips, right? And even though there were some assholes that didn't tip and they were nasty, just people like Denny's. First of all, I'm not even allowed back into a Denny's, okay? I'm not welcome back into one. Well, again, another video for another day. But I don't even have the idea, like, I don't even want to walk in there. Like, if my sister and my friends didn't still work there from when I worked there, I would not have any reason to walk into that greasy, crusty ass place. But anyway, like I said, Denny's paid the bills. And like I said, I had just bought a car. So now we're at the point where we all got a company-wide, they said it was a statewide, bullshit, okay? It was a company-wide $15 an hour, like, raise. So even with the $15 an hour, boom, cut the hours out the ass. And keep in mind, I had spoken to some of my bosses and I was doing like other things in my life. Like, I wanted to start like an online company. I was thinking about my YouTube channel. Like, there were so many other things that I had on my plate on top of like graduating early, like just stuff like that. So it's like there was so much on my plate. So I requested like a little bit of I needed them to start scheduling me a little less. But when I did that, they just took it and ran with it, and I was getting maybe 12-hour work weeks. You do the math, girl. 12 hours a week for 2 weeks, so 24 hours at $15 an hour. Think it's gonna make a car payment? You think I'm gonna be able to eat? You think I'm gonna be able to get gas? Like that's gas money, okay? we're in one of the worst stages of the United States right now, okay, because of this pandemic. So you're trying to tell me that that's not gas money? That's not just gas money. Because it is. It's just gas money, okay? In case you weren't, it's gas money. It's just gas money, if that. So, like, people at Walmart are making $17 an hour. And no shade, I live for Walmart. We're gonna do a Walmart video one day too. But everyone knows Walmart is my place, okay? I'm not dogging Walmart. I'm dogging Michael Kors, because the fact that I can bring in over, in my four months there, well over $250,000, okay? $250,000, damn near. I think it was like a little less. Guess how much I made in bonus pay? Guess, just take a guess. You know what? Let's play the higher or lower game. If you believe that it was higher than 1,000, comment that. Comment that right now. And if you believe it was under 1,000, comment that, and I'll wait. Okay, now that you guys put your comments, I'll reveal how much I made. So, in the 4 months there, in bonus pay that I made in the 4-month period, okay, and I don't want to hear anyone say, oh, you didn't sell that much, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was literally doing 8,000 a day, sometimes. Sometimes, like maybe like 6,000, 8,000. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I sold well over 200 grand, okay? $200,000. That's a house. That's a Bentley, okay? I made in bonus pay, $78. Crickets. $78, okay? So it wasn't that good. They painted it to be something that it wasn't, and it was complete bullshit, which is fine. And then toward the end, it just got a little rickety. And then I'm just gonna flash forward a little bit. Same old bullshit. Like, I'm selling, I'm not. I'm selling, I'm not. They're cutting my hours. I'm miserable every day. I have no money. I hate my life. And we're still low-key kind of like in the stage at that point in my life right now. We're kind of coming back from all the bad that happened. But anyway, let's just get into this exact one time, okay? This one time. So, the Friday before Black Friday, I believe it was like November 18th, 20th, somewhere in that area. I don't know. Because I know like Black Friday was like November 27th this year or something like that. I came to work in a really nice blazer. I had a black turtleneck on. I had my really nice all black blazer. I had a little pocket hanky. Had my loafers. I mean, I was looking good, bitch. Like you know how I like to look good. You know I look good. So I was looking good. Keep in mind though, I had a coworker. I'm gonna be honest, I forget her name. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I forget your name, babe. If you're watching, you're probably not because I don't think I got your social medias, but someone find me her name because I forgot, but she was a sweetheart. She was kind of new when I had first met her, but she used to wear a blazer all the time too. And so did another woman named Maricruz. So when I came to work that day in the blazer, it was me, I think her name was Samantha. If it's not, quote me, but me, Samantha, and Maricruz were all wearing our blazers. Okay, we planned it. It was like a thing. So like, how did everyone not know that exact day I was gonna show up in a blazer? So anyway, I walk into work looking good, feeling good, happy, in a really happy mood. Like I'm in a blazer, all my coworkers are in blazers, like we're all doing our thing. Well, people just had the most to say, bitch. Like people just had the most to say. I don't know if it's because it's me. I don't know if it's because I look better. I don't know if it's because they were in shock. Like I don't know what it is. Like I get that you're uncomfortable in your own skin, bitch, but I can rock this and you can't, okay? You're still in your $10 bullshit while I'm over here making moves, trying to bring in money for this bullshit ass ghetto Michael Kors, okay? Don't play with me. So the whole time it was just little jabs. I was like, ooh, are you like a security guard now? Or, like, can't believe you wore that. Or like, where are you headed? Like, you look too good. You do this, you this. Shut up. Like, shut your fucking mouth, okay? Don't talk to me. Don't come up to me about that bullshit, okay? I just was wearing a blazer. And by the way, 2 other coworkers that we had planned this with were as well. So, again, why are you harassing me about it, bitch? Why are you harassing me? Okay? So for the story's sake, let's just call her Jenny. So Jenny approaches me, my boss, and she's like, so where are you headed after work? And keep in mind, this Jenny girl that I'm trying to explain to you, my boss, she thinks she's smart. She's not. She's stupid. I can't stand her. I couldn't stand her not one bit. Because she's the type of bitch that will come up to you. You might wear something different. You might be acting a little slow that day, whatever. You might not be yourself. You might, whatever. She might notice a shift in energy. And she thinks she's fucking smart. Like, what if I'm just having an off day? Like, there doesn't always need to be something. Like, she was the type of bitch that, like, thought you were lying to her. I'm not lying. Like, I have no reason to lie. So on this exact occasion, she asked me, she goes, oh, you're dressed up real fancy. Where are you headed after work? I'm not headed anywhere, Jenny. I'm not headed anywhere. As you can see, there are two other Michael Kors workers wearing the same exact thing. Why are you harassing me, you dumb bitch? So she's like, no, I know better than that. I know better. I know so much better. You're going somewhere. Am I speaking another language, bitch? Am I speaking another language? I'm not going anywhere. So then, at this point, it clicks. I'm like, you are so right, Jenny. Oh my God, where would I be without you? Like you caught me. You caught me. You really did. Girl, my hands are red. You caught me red-handed. You really did. I have a dinner with my family at the Cheesecake Factory after work. I really do. I do. I do. I have a dinner conveniently right now. I planned it right now. And she's literally, I said it just like that. Like literally just like that. And she's like, oh, see, I knew. You can't lie to me. Have fun at your dinner. Okay, so flash forward. By this point, I'm a little angry. And I had helped at least 5 customers. 5. I know that for a fact. Maybe 4 or 5 customers. Because, okay, at Michael Kors, when someone wants something, you have to take it and you bring it up to the front and you put your name on it. And typically when you put your name on it, the cashiers, then their job is to take it from you, or excuse me, from the front, and with your name on that piece of merchandise, put your name into the computer so you can get credited for the sale. Well, conveniently on this day, I didn't make not one sale. One in 3 hours. 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. I didn't make one of those sales. And even 2 out of the 5 came back to me to thank me. So even if, let's just say 5 is bullshit, which it's not. I know it was 5, okay? Don't come for me because I'm not stupid. Do I have idiot written on my forehead? No, I don't. So I had at least 5, but let's just say that I didn't have 5. People saw that at least 2 customers came back to me. So at the very bare minimum, excuse me, at the very bare minimum, I should have 2 sales in the computer. Conveniently, I have 0. So here comes 2 of my bosses, Jenny, and we'll just call her Sierra. Jenny and Sierra then decide to pull me aside, despite me being with a customer, right? When they pull me aside and go, you can go home. Literally just like that. Like literally just blank, point blank period, nothing to it. You can go home. And I'm like, go home. Like it's in my house. Like go, leave right now. When I'm with a client, leave work to, and go home. Make it make sense. And here's where they really put salt on the wound, okay? Here's Jenny's dumbass. So you can enjoy your dinner. Go home, enjoy your dinner, enjoy yourself. When I tell you, if I had a gun, like a big one, if I had a big gun, not even, if I had a small gun, if I had a gun, period, a weapon, I'm not gonna get into what I would do. Okay, I'm not trying to get canceled, not trying to get in trouble, but let's just say, okay, that pissed me off. So then, flash forward, a couple of days goes by, I am livid. So then, my bitch Valerie, after, hearing about all the news and stuff, she was there that day. And she texted me, she goes, well, and we'll just call this girl Megan. She goes, well, Megan said it was because you were standing around. First of all, bitch, she's not a boss, okay? Sierra and Jenny are the bosses, okay? Not Megan. So why is Megan in my business? Why does Megan care? So I guess there was this huge conspiracy, like, oh, Frankie's just standing around. He hasn't been sparkling in days and yada, 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 yada. All this other nonsense. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm done. So then that exact day when she told me the news, I went on our little app. It's called Dayforce, where you can like message each other or whatever. They give you your schedule, blah, 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 blah. Same old stuff. So I'm on the app Dayforce and I go to Jenny's little profile and I message her, this is my 2-week notice. It's been fun. Thanks. Bye. Well, after that, my last day was supposed to be December 12th. Okay, so less than 2 weeks ago was supposed to be my last day. After receiving that news, they decide to not only take away 3 of my days that same week, just take them off. I go to check my schedule, they're gone. Take off 3 of my days. Just use me as just, cheap labor for like Black Friday because we were understaffed. And conveniently made that my last day and didn't schedule me for the 2 weeks subsequently. So, after all that shady shit and deception, fuck Michael Kors, they're disgusting, or at least that, okay, like I said, not Michael Kors. I live for the brand, I still shop there, still blowing money there. I'm sure the man himself would have fixed this shit had he heard about it. But, yeah, so the bosses there aren't worth shit, and they can kiss my ass, so bye. So that's just the history side of the Michael Kors thing. Now, I want to tell you guys a little bit, like, some stories of, like, what we call dust bunnies or like thieves. So we used to wear like little microphone pieces, like little walkie-talkies in our ears, just so we can all stay like in cahoots and whatnot, like call out products, worry about dust bunnies, yada yada yada. So what's super funny about this is the first time I heard in my microphone, someone said, oh, there's a dust bunny in the back. And I'm like, first time I heard, I was like, dust bunny, like, do they care that much? Like, is this place like that cleanly? Like, they don't want a single dust bunny in the whole store? Like, that's where my brain went. It's like they don't want a dust bunny, like dust, in the store. Come to find out, a dust bunny is a thief. So my first encounter with a dust bunny, it was this. I mean, this bitch was coked out, y'all. I mean, that's meth, no, that's coke. Yeah, you're right. That's coke. You're right, Frankie. That's coke. This bitch was coked out. Like she was like she walked like she looked like a zombie. Okay, I'm just keeping it real. Okay, don't cancel me. She looked like a zombie. She was just all mopesy and shit. And we literally caught her putting wallets in like her bag. And she's like, oh, I'm just trying to see if it fits. No, bitch. The third occasion, it was really scary. Like my heart was racing, I had a little panic attack because this one was like a little more serious, but like it was so quick. I think that's why it scared me. It was these 2 young men. they couldn't have been over like 20, like two like really young Asian boys, and I'm like, oh my god, why are they stealing? But they literally like crept into the door, like just like crept into it, and we have little displays like within arm's reach. Like we're asking for it at this point, but anyway, we had little displays like within arm's reach of length of the door, and they literally crept in, grabbed it from the front, and boom, done, gone in the blink of an eye, just gone. But I had witnessed it, and I told my boss, I was like, this is none of my business. Like, they're gone already. Not my problem. So then here is the third and final straw, okay? When it comes to these dust bunnies. So, or actually, no, this is the second to last. So, second to last, we had just got a lot of new product. The little twilly scarf that you guys have seen me wear. I don't know if that video will be up where I'm wearing it before this one. I think this one will be up before that one. But anyway, I have this little twilly scarf that you tie around your neck, and it's really cute, whatever. We had just gotten them, and I was, we were playing them, we're doing our product, like, we had to do something called product knowledge, where we had to learn about each individual piece that we, had received that was new. So while we're learning about it, everyone disperses. So I'm still in the middle of the store, kind of just watching and whatnot, and a customer comes up to me, he goes, do you work here? And I go, yes, I do, how can I help? And his exact words were, there's a guy stuffing wallets into his backpack. So I'm like, what do you mean? Like my brain is like, I'm in shock. Like I'm thinking like, okay, I've never heard someone like point out someone who is stealing. So like maybe this is like his way of like trying to like deter my attention away from him stealing. Like I was like trying to like watch. So I like walk over there, I creep over to the side where he like the guy is potentially stealing, and I'm watching this guy because I'm like, what if he's just trying to like get me in trouble? Like he's So, so I walk over there and boom, guy crouched, all black clothing, like hooded. It was scary. Crouched, stuffing. I'm talking like bam, like 10 at a time. That fool walked away with a lot. And we make eye contact. He's like this. And I'm like, I almost pissed myself. I was like, oh my God. So I kind of maneuver myself like toward the door just to kind of like block him, I guess, or something. I don't know where my head was. And he literally gets up and is like, he doesn't even run out. He walks to the, like deeper into the store. I'm like, and we do nothing. We do nothing. So there's that. So we do nothing this whole time. And I'm like, what? So yeah, and he ends up getting away with all the wallets. That's Michael Kors. So if you want to steal, just go to Michael Kors because they're not going to do anything. That, like, plain and simple. And security, here comes his fat ass. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, can we do a witness report, an eyewitness report? Like you're even legally allowed to touch them until they're off the premises. Like, what are you going to do? They have getaway cars. They have people. Like, get over it. Okay, now, for this last one. If this dude ever watches this video, I want to formally apologize because I am not the one that profiled you, okay? This is a case of profiling. It's kind of weird. So a black male, middle-aged, comes into the store and I'm helping him out and whatnot. And I'm just gonna keep it completely honest. Like he didn't look the best, like, but he didn't look like a thief. I don't know. He just looked like, not the best. He just came in like some just scruffy clothing, whatever. It is what it is. I'm helping him out. But middle of me helping him out, we hear on the call, oh, Frankie's with a dust bunny. And I'm like, what? So now I got to follow this fool around and he catches on. Okay. He catches on. But the reason he catches on is because my boss's stupid ass has security at both doors. And I'm literally talking, so now they have me convinced he's stealing. And I'm like, oh my God, what if he is? And I'm like, so now I'm having to follow him around the store. I'm talking to security and whatnot. But here's where it gets bad. So right around the same time, my bosses instantly regret all this shit because now he's like pacing back and forth, doing weird things, he was staring me down. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what is going on here? Like, so that's what kind of like made me like kind of think he was stealing. Come to find out, like, he wasn't, obviously, because he came back the next day, bought a whole bunch of stuff out of spite, which is fair. Like, if you get profiled, like, you're not going to want to just like have that reputation there. So he bought a whole bunch of stuff, which is fine. But the thing that had me so like shocked and pissed off is like my bosses were the ones that profiled him and I was getting all the heat. So again, like that was another thing that I was just like, you know what? No, you're not going to jeopardize my life, because this is also what happened. As he leaves, he comes back with buddies and is pacing in and out, like outside, waiting for me. So security tells me to stay away from the doors. So I go to my lunch, and even after half an hour, still pacing. Now, keep in mind, I didn't know they were pacing until after, because a friend of mine had told me. But my dumbass bosses were aware of the whole thing. And you didn't decide to tell me that someone's potentially waiting for me to be outside that could harm me? Are you kidding? It's a joke. It's a prank. I'm on punked. So that's what I'm thinking the whole time. Come to find out, the next day I was off and he comes in and spends a whole bunch of money, and I'm like, good for him. Good, be spiteful. I would be spiteful too. I was a little bitter and angry at him because, you know, I thought he was jeopardizing my life. You know, like, why would you, like, you know, like have heavy pockets and shit and reach for them looking at me pacing outside? You know what I mean? Like, it was just weird. I didn't like it. But I honestly really do feel bad. Like, if he was not in there with the intent to steal, I would be pissed. I would, at the management of Michael Kors. So that's just, you know, that's that. Whew, alrighty. It has been a whirlwind of a video. I've been filming for well over 30 minutes now. We're gonna shorten this a little bit. Probably gonna be like a 20-25 minute video still, even after all the edits that I have to make. But that's just some of the crazy stories of Michael Kors. There are so much more that I could get into, but I don't want to get into it. It's honestly embarrassing. It's sick. I don't like it. But oh yeah. Make sure you stay tuned if you want to see more crazy shit, crazy stories that I have to say, crazy luxurious things that I gotta do for y'all. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.